Hi guys, Charlie Tango 1 here. Haven't done a video for quite some time. I've been rather busy with these long leads, slip long leads. But I just thought about time I suppose I knocked one out. This is I'm just going to touch up some bluing on these barrels. As you can see, now bear with me, I'll show you. Just here, let's get it right, just there. See, it's a little bit, and it's a little bit tatty up around this end as well. So and right on the very end near the muzzle, you can see it's a little bit thin, isn't it? But considering, I don't know if you can see them properly, considering these barrels were made in 1920, and some gentleman has entrusted me to tidy them up a bit. So I've already done 2 sets of barrels on his AYA number 1 and number 2. They're hanging up over here curing at the moment, so but it's only a touch up. But this is the worst barrel. The other one's indoors. I shall bring it in because I am restricted to space. So without further ado, I hasten to add, these are a pair of Purdys, so I'm greatly honoured to be handling a Purdy. And the gentleman has offered me, if I want, is to take them out on cock day, which is this weekend coming for our shoot anyway. And I must admit I am very tempted, but we'll see how she goes first. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start rubbing down a few of these. I use the finest steel wool you can get. I might have a super fine, it is. You get it in, there you go, there it is there, super fine. You can get it in B&Q, no problem at all. So without further ado, I'm just going to rub this down with this very fine wool. You might think, oh, I don't mind it, look at that, you're going to ruin them. Believe me, I've done quite a few barrels now with this. Sorry, I tend to rub it on while I'm doing things. You know, some people say, oh, it's great, it's nice that people actually tell you what they're doing while they're doing it. So, and I've just noticed on here, and considering it is a set of 1920 barrels, just here, hang on, let's bring it around a bit, just there, and if you can get it, yeah, right where my nail is, there's a little ding there, very ding. Felt it as I run my finger over it. I thought, oh gosh, he's clouted that with something. But bearing in mind, his father had these and he gave them to his son. So his father, God rest his soul, has since passed on. Right, so I've just gone over them with that bit of steel wool. Now, the next job I've got to do is, bear with me, get this from behind the camera, that's it, is this stuff. I think I've mentioned it before, that stuff there. It's all-purpose thinners. And then what I don't use here, when I finish using that, what I do is I'll put it in my little glue pot, keeps me brushes nice and soft for when I want to use them. So it's waste not, want not, waste not, whatever it is. So what I'm going to do now is, now this, you might get a little bit of blue paint on these bits here, on these extractors. I could take them out, but I'm not going to, because what little amount does get on there is very small, and this fine, very fine Emirates 600, I think it is, P600, just as you all know. So if you want to dare do it, at least you know what I'm using. I'm not using that. I'm not using this on the barrel, Spartan, by the way. What I'm using is what am I using? I've got a little dish here, and I'm just making sure I've got it all. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this off with this thinners. And I say, what this does, what I like about this thinners, it evaporates very quickly, but it also takes off any oil and anything else that's kicking about. And then really you should use rubber gloves on it if you're doing the barrels completely from how can we say, from chrome, if you like if you rub them down and they literally look like chrome, you're starting right from basics. So you need to wear your rubber gloves for that, because if you touch the barrels, once you clean them off with your fingers, wherever your fingers have gone, it will not cover, the bluing will not cover. So, and you can see it soon. Let's put that over there. Just going to put the hot air gun on for a minute, just to dry that out. I'll put it on low so it's not deafening me. And that just make sure it's all evaporated. And I'm only grabbing the inside of the muzzle and the breech, just to so I know, as you can see, I've got my fingers in the end there. Do it that way, and in doing so, what it does, it warms the barrels up as well, which makes it easier to take. Now I've cleaned all that oil and that off of there, I can see quite a bit of wear here, and right at the breech, yeah, the breech. So, as I say, this does warm it up, warm the barrels up a bit, which makes the bluing take a lot easier. So I'm not going to do it anymore, I don't want it too hot. So now what I'm going to do is put a bit of paper under there. I don't want, that's it. See, they feel a bit warm now. Now what I'm going to do is get myself a little bit of wool. One of these do cotton bud wool. Put a bit of bluing in. Now people have tried this and tried that, and all this other extra blue type stuff, whatever it is. Think of it in a minute. Well, perma blue and all that, liquid gum blue. But I've found this one to be the best. That is without doubt the best one. It's double strength. I pour some in a container so it's separate from contaminating the bottle, because you can contaminate the bottle very easily. And I've just noticed there's a fair bit of wear on that side there. Look at that. Quite a lot of wear on that piece there, isn't there? So we're going to go straight down the rib, down and up, and go straight down the sides of that. Yeah. Looks like, actually, looking at these, looks like these barrels have been blue before. And I'll tell you for why. Let's just get this on first and I'll explain why. See now that where that, oh get in there, where that 4M was, made quite a bit of a mark. Get these out. Now that's lifted that mark up there. Get on that bit of a, where that ding was, and on here. And the reason I know why this has been done before is because this here on the face is blue, and that's usually shiny bare metal like that. So I know they've been done at least once. Now what I do is I get a bit of steel wool, fine stuff again, which is the one I used, this one I think. Just have a little bit of that stuff on it, and then you'll find where it's not taking, just rub a little bit of that, just rub it on those places where it don't take. You should only leave this on for no more than a minute really, maximum. And I've said that before in one of my videos. I've got to put some more of that bluing in there. I've got another bottle, but I do swear by this one. It's bloody brilliant, it is. So what this wool does is anywhere where it's not taking very well, you just give it a little rub with this steel wool, and it seems to have the desired effect of getting into those little bits where it won't take. Where's a bit I've used there? So let's get that down there, back onto the steel wool. I mean, I keep doing this for quite a bit until I think, right, that's it. I'll term it as one coat then. Oh, so, see now that bit of silvery bit that was showing at the muzzles there is no longer there. So I'm thinking, right, at least I've managed to lift that. But considering it a 1920 guns, and you're supposed to rinse these off with clean water. Once you've done them, they start to go dry like that has there. Can you see it? A little bit of a powdery effect here. After 3/4 of a minute or so, rinse it off with water. I'm doing this a little bit different because I'm not completely re-bluing the barrels. I'm oh, it's not seeping out of here, is it? I hope not. It bloody well is. I wonder why that kept going down low. I'm just touching up, it's termed as just touching up, without taking all the original bluing off. So it's got to look better than what it was, you know. So, and the other two came up okay, so I'm quite happy with them. So I'm just going to do the same with this set. And then we'll see how it goes from there. I don't know how long that with tape goes on for, but not to worry, I'll have to try and join it on if it will. I said that last time actually, didn't I? Now, get on there. You can see bits places where it doesn't want to take, but while it's wet, just go over it with your steel wool. As I say, it is that fine stuff, so don't have to worry too much. And then what I do is to cure this, I put oil on it, and rather than washing it right off, then you've got to dry it all out. And of course, to get inside of the old rib, good old toothbrush is the answer for that. It gets right in that groove. Because that's silver soldered in there when they put these barrels together. This one's okay, that's done the same. Right, let's I think that might be enough. Yeah, that's going to be enough, I think. So here we go. Let's go and neutralise it with some oil that I have. Where is it? Here it is. WD-40 I've used on this. Doesn't really matter which oil you use as such, because as long as you're using a decent oil and wipe it on there, you'll bring a bit of black off on the cotton, but a bit more on there. This is why sometimes you have to do it 3 or 4 times to make sure you're not taking too much bluing off. I mean, this cures it, but also it you know, it neutralises it really. And then what you do is you just hang it up to cure overnight. See, the marks are gone where that fore-end was. They're not there anymore. I'm squeezing the cloth quite hard so I can get all the oil out of it as well. Oh, that's definitely looking a lot better now. Now, there's them all gone. And all them down at the muzzle end. Not the muzzle end, the bridge end. So, I'm quite happy with that. As I say, I don't want to do too much work on them like that. I can clean this bridge end off later on. So all that remains now is for that one to be hung up. Right. So we get this one in here like this, hopefully. Oh, talk about fight. That's it. I can hang that one up there for now. Let it do a bit of something. And then if I'm not happy with it, all I should do is, let's see, all I can go in there. I should just change that. I'm losing some of my fluid here, aren't I? Obviously a hole in there somewhere. There's a hole in my bucket, dear Louisa. Right, so let's find something else for that. Which is not a problem. I've got something here I can use anyway. I think I'll use that. And get the other one on the go. As I say, I'm running out of places in my little manor. I'm running out of little places to hang me stuff up. I've got I've got the AYA number 2 over here, number 1 over here, hanging off of my machine over there. I've got the number 1 hanging up off the lamp over here, and I've got this one hanging up just here of the Purdy. So what I've got to do now is go and get the other barrel, other set of barrels for the other Purdy, and anyway I'll show you what they are when it's when I've finished doing them. I'll put one up on here and I'll show you what they look like then. Nice guns, I think, for their age. They're very, very nice indeed. Well, so without further ado, here we go. Now you can see, I'll bring you back a little later on. This is the finished products of all of these guns. Let's draw it back a bit, you might be able to see the whole lot. I've now completed doing all the bluing on them. Should be able to see that there. Those two there, these two, they're the Purdy, and these two here are the AYA number 1 and number 2. So I don't know if you saw that, did you? Yeah, you saw that. All done and dusted. Been left overnight to cure, and I covered in oil again, and as you can see there's no black residue on there really. Well, a slight little tiny, nothing to worry about that, but obviously it's cured and the oil, the bluing is still on there. But you do go through quite a bit of bluing, to be honest. But there you go. All that remains now is for me to get the actions, fit them on there, and then I'm going to try and do a video of the whole guns, or a picture of the whole guns for you to see, and put that in there. Don't need that anymore, all that. And we'll see how we go from there. So, ooh, smoke in there. I wonder why that is. Oh, I didn't know that. Right. So, without further ado, I'll go and get the actions, and I didn't have to do the 4 ends. These here, sometimes, usually these ends here, you have to, this bit here, sorry, this bit here, you usually have to re-blue them now and again, but, and these ends here, oh, I keep trying to get it in the right position, don't I? These pieces here, they tend to fade after a while and they want re-bluing, but these, as I say, they've not had a lot of use, so I didn't bother doing those. Right, without further ado, I'm going to go and get these actions, put it all together, just so I'll put it all together, you can see the finished product, see the finished job, and then I'll bring you back. Catch you in a bit. Oh, bear with me. Very stiff, no slack in the jaws whatsoever. I think it's had a lot of work done to it, this one. Right, now this, break the barrel, it's easy openers these are. This, I've got to watch I'm not banging the barrels. This, oh, stand up and get closer, you don't want my mill in the shot. Get it over here. Lovely gun. Lovely gun. Now, you will see it's got, I will do it this way so that you can see. Actually, this way you might see more. No, you can't. Turn it around the other way. Now, can you see the cast on? There's a cast on there. The other gun's the same. It's a cast on for a left-handed shooter. Stiff to shut, but they drop just like that. For a left-handed shooter with a right master eye. Why is that not coming there? Do it tight, no, it shouldn't be like that. It should not be like that. So I'm not going to force it no more. That's it, done that. Lovely gun, beautiful gun. I think it's had 2 new firing pins put in it by the looks of it. But you can see the cast off there, I think. Might be able to see it that way round. But there you go. The beauty is, the man said I can take it out and shoot it, feel free, he said, you know, blow the cobwebs out of it. He says, do this, do that. But I can't do that. You know, it's a lot of money here. I think what he quoted, because you just excuse my head and everything else, right? I'm just doing the necessary before putting it away. So let's put that one away. In there. Bear with me. Oh dear. Where are you? Come here. So yeah, I'll put this one in here. Take it out, feel free, he says, everything. But No, I don't want to, because if something goes wrong, let's work this out. Yeah, if something goes wrong, I don't know, and who's going to pay for it? I'm afraid Joe Soaps is going to have to pay for it. That's that one in there, and I'll show you. You've seen the barrel already, so I might as well show you the other action. That's a better option, isn't it? I'll put that on there. Oh, pull that forward a bit. And that's the other action. I prefer this one. That's had 2 new firing pins as well. I prefer this one because of the woodwork. Lovely bit of woodwork, that. Beautiful. Really is. Put my oily fingerprints all over it. Huh? Wouldn't you just love to own that gun? I know I would. See the cast on that one, I think. There, you see it there? Quite a cast on, isn't it? But when it comes up, it comes absolutely perfect to my eye. And I've got a left master eye. So yeah, they would suit me very fine, these would. Very, very fine. I'm scared to use them half the time. Right, let's put this one back in its little holder. That's that one. Now before I do any more, I have to take this one out, like so. Put the forend on it now. That's that one. And that's the other one. You've seen the other one, all the barrels have been blacked. So let's get the other one. Here it is. Yeah, I like to make sure I've got plenty of oil on these. It's surprising, excuse my back, but it's surprising how many people do not oil their guns. Put that there. But there you go. That's a nice set of Purdys there. And I'd love to own them, but there you go. I think if I recall, I'm sorry about my head, but I'm a bit cramped in space here. But that is that's the best I can do. I'll just put these on. All I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pop indoors, take this case in there. Here we go. And this bring you the AYA case number 2. So I'll catch you in a minute, yeah? Just bring it back in the mode. Lovely bit of woodwork on it. Side action, double trigger. Oh, that's such a beauty. I mean, this, because I knew a Purdy was out of the question, was my dream gun, this one. To have either number 2 or number 1 of this gun. And that's got a slight cast on, very slight cast on, which a lot of yeomans do. Not yeomans, sorry, AYA. They do tend to have a slight bit of cast on. Even my yeoman has. rather than a straight stock. So it's good really, because it's not enough. It's not enough to how can you say, deter you from getting one, because got hiccups now, because it's such a fine cast. Where are we? This way. Because it's such a fine cast on that, again, excuse my head, it's not deemed as a real, you know, fully cast on one, but they're assuming they cast it on as a right-handed gun. Which is a good idea, nothing wrong with that. Now I might as well, again, excuse me bonks. There we go. Look at the engraving on that, eh? Look, beautiful, isn't it? I don't know, there we go, get that on that way. Nice bit of woodwork again. Now these are a match pair, these two. The woodwork's the same. Double trigger. Auto safety. Whereas opposed to the get me breath now. The Brownings, and I think there's other makes as well actually, I'm not quite sure what they are. They don't bother putting a safety catch on them now. Well, there is a safety catch there, but it's not auto safe. It's one of those that you have to push on and push off. Which means it does not, when you break the gun, it does not automatically put the safety catch on. The Browning do them, but you can get them. There's a very small metal part. Yeah, it's easier to take to the gunsmith, because what I found with mine is they haven't taken the groove out for you to fit it in there to make it auto safe. But then saying that, the reason being, Browning, they had an accident happen with some person and they said the safety catch failed. Well, to eliminate that and responsibility and everything else, they won the case. You know, he wasn't, the company weren't sued or anything, but from then on they decided they're not going to put a safety catch on them. It's down to you, the gun holder. You know when that gun is safe and when it's unsafe. And an unsafe gun, or a safe gun, is a broken gun with no cartridges up the breech. And I always treat it, because I'm very safety conscious, I always treat it as a closed gun is a loaded gun, no matter what. If they turn, no, it's all right, it's unloaded. You don't know that. Some bloke walking up to you with a closed gun, as far as you're concerned, it's a loaded gun. And, well, it's not very etiquette, it's just not done, you know. But you'd be surprised, when I go on these shoots, you know, you get invited guns and everything else, how many of these people, they got no gun sense, no safety aspect, you know, and you're ducking it and thinking, my God almighty. But saying that, our shoot is a very safe shoot. We don't have that sort of behaviour. Same when climbing a fence, you break your gun, take the cartridges out, pass it to a colleague over the other side of the fence, then climb over the fence yourself, take your gun back, and then if you're a walking gun mainly, that is really, you can put your cartridges in, and if you close the gun, it's always safest way to have it up in the air. If you're a walking gun, a lot of them have it broken. 2 cartridges up the muzzle, up the spout, but it's a broken gun. It doesn't take a second just to close the gun. So that also tells a person that man's got to close that gun before he can fire it. So it's horses for courses, I'm afraid, you know, and you'd be surprised how many do not follow the safety code. But anyway, I'm rabbit on, ain't I? I always rabbit on, don't I? So, yeah, job done. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, as they say. I'm now going to get back onto these collars. I've got 5 here. One's for, two's for a Labrador actually. I've got one's 2 inches less because he's only a very small cocker, and the other one is another 3 inches longer because it's for a Labrador. So now I've got them guns out of the way. Oh dear, sit down for a minute. I don't, camera up a tiny tad. Oh dear. I've got to shave by a shaver now. That cat's dead. I tried to catch it off. I saw it over the other side of the fence. It dead. It was a Roman. It was living in next door's shed, and so I have to shave with a razor now. But there you go. You win some, you lose some. But as I say, I had these guns. I'll be honest. I had there's 2 there, and there's 2 indoors. And there was 1, 2, 3, 4. I had 8 guns in total, 8 guns here, that wanted just a quick refurbishment, only small jobs. But anything that's needs reproofing, I don't touch any of that. I say you need to take to your gunsmith, because that will need reproofing in the proof house, of which I'm not licensed to do, so I have to put that onto the gunsmiths. But a lot of it is just, you know, touching up the bluing on barrels, maybe a little polish work. Some might want their stock completely stripped and re-dyed and stained and polished. But my main outlet at the moment is these dog leads and collars. It's for a training lead. They're 8 foot long. I had to shelve them for a week now to get through these guns, because I don't want a load of other people's guns in my house. I mean, my guns are all locked up in a cabinet, but when you've got someone else's guns and you can't get them in your cabinet, it's you didn't leave home type thing. So that's what I've had to do. I had to stick at home and just plough through these as quick as I can. So without further ado, I'll close it down at that. Now I've got all that done, I'm back on the leads, of which I will soon get on top of. I've had 2 or 3 sort of gentle reminder phone calls, so I'll be getting on with them. Like, they've been patient enough. I've got 2 waistcoats to make as well, so to put it bluntly, I don't know if my arse is drill board or countersunk. There you go, I've been there before. Catch you on the next one. Cheerio.